You could have just gone to the bathroom and wrapped a ton of toilet paper. It would have been so much better than a random dirty used old sock. Hey guys, it's Sharon. Welcome back to my channel. It is that time of the month, y'all. And yes, I literally mean that time of the month. I'm reading your period horror stories, but we're adding a little spice to it. We're making it your period horror stories at school. Everyone's favorite place to get a period. You already know the drill. I make this video once a month, every single month. So if you haven't subscribed yet, you should totally do that right now and turn on those post notifications. Go grab your snacks, go grab your tea, give us a big thumbs up, and let's get right into this. Try not to get scared. Periods aren't that bad, I promise. So a couple of weeks ago, my friend had gotten her period and it was bad. We were at school and every single day around 5th period, she'd ask me to check for her. I'd look and she bled through and it was every single day of the week. No, I would just not go to school on my period. That's crazy. But like, real talk, if you're actually leaking this badly, you need to change your period products. You either need to like go up a size and just wear like a night pad, or try some period underwear. Period underwear hold way more blood than pads. Reusable pads too. Actually, yeah, you can even double up. You can wear multiple period products at a time to help. Or if you really do just bleed that much, even when you're wearing like a tampon and a pad, you should get that checked out. I asked if I could go to the bathroom and she, my female teacher, said to hold it. I asked about 10 minutes later because I knew I was bleeding. She told me if I asked again, she would never let me go to the bathroom again. I stood up and turned around to show her my blood, but instead of it silencing her like I hoped, she told me that I was a disgusting whore that deserved to die. I looked at her and told her that I was gonna report her to the principal. Her, not wanting to get fired, told me she would give me an A all year. After I got my A, I reported her. What? I'm not entirely sure if I believe this, because there's no way someone could be this stupid and this mean. But then again, how are you gonna tell me that you, as a person with a vagina that has had blood come out of her coochie, are calling me a dumb whore and that I deserve to because I'm bleeding out of mine? Oh, as if I can control it. As if I can be like, hey sis, can you cut that out? Not right now. No, my teacher told me to stop, so you better. For real? Fired. Absolutely fired. Honestly, good for you for playing the long game. I'm still gonna get my A, but you're still gonna lose your job because that's what you deserve. This is horrible. I was 12 and all my friends had already gotten their periods and I was waiting for mine. One day I went to the school toilets and noticed a little bit of blood. I was so excited that I told my friends outside that I started my period and she lent me a pad. I found out I hadn't started when I got home. Turns out I had constipation and I had bled a tiny bit because my poop was so hard. For the next 3 months until I actually got my period, I had to pretend I had it every month. You poor thing. She had hemorrhoids instead. I can't. Not that hemorrhoids are funny, but listen, the beautiful thing about getting your period for the first time is you'll probably have it for 1 month and then you might not see it for a couple of months because your period is gonna be super irregular until like maybe a year, year and a half, 2 years after getting it for the first time. So you technically didn't have to pretend you had your period every month, but you know, like, kudos to you for really getting into that role and really holding out on it. I'm glad you got your period after 3 months because I can't imagine having to fake a period for like 8 months. Imagine she just goes the extra mile and just like puts like red nail polish on the back. Oh, the things we do to not feel left out. It's okay if your friends have their period and you don't yet. You're actually the lucky one. Enjoy life as much as you can without your period. I had to change my pad, but when I asked my male teacher for permission to go to the bathroom, he asked me why I needed to go to the bathroom. I responded with, to open the chamber of secrets and release the best, like obviously. He let me go then, LOL. Sending my love from Austria, and I'm sending my love right back to you in Austria. This is funny. Why do you care? Why do you need to know what I'm doing in the bathroom? What am I supposed to say? Yeah, I'm gonna take a big fat number 2 shit dump. Like, do you really need to know, teach? That's weird. This is now my new favorite thing. If someone questions why you're going to the bathroom, just say, I'm literally gonna go open the chamber of secrets. So do you want to tag along and watch, weirdo? I was on my period at school and I asked my male teacher if I could go to the washroom. He said yes, so I got a pad and hid it in my sleeve. He asked me what I grabbed, but I just walked out of there. I got got suspended for 2 weeks for bringing my phone to the bathroom. What? No, because I would have dragged everyone into the bathroom and shown them my blood and be like, but this is my phone, right? This is my phone. How? How could you even prove that? This looks like a pad to you, teach? For real? I can't. The way I would report him and everyone and their mother for suspending me for 2 weeks for using a pad? No. Yeah, let me just quickly make a call off my freaking pad and tell my mom to pick me up because my teacher's ridiculous. When I was in kindergarten, I obviously didn't know what a period was. They didn't teach us about periods yet because, you know, we're like 6. But I got my period. I was a very, very early bloomer, and the teacher told my class that I was dying and made all the boys carry me to the nurse's office while I bled all over them. Why would you tell children that their friend is dying instead of just being like, your friend is injured, your friend had an accident? You gotta tell these kids, your friend's dying. If you don't get her to the office in time, she will die in your hands. What? All I picture is a bunch of little kids, little kindergartners just carrying this girl like a sacrifice. I can't. Dude, that must be terrifying to get your period at 6 years old. I thought like 7 or 8 was pushing it. Yeah, you broke that record. How's life for you, huh? I didn't get mine till I was 11. I stained my clothes and 2 girls laughed at me and went around telling people. I changed my clothes but had to spend the rest of the day inside because people were staring and pointing at me. How are you gonna be a girl and laugh at someone that has a period as if you won't ever get your period and as if you won't ever have a little period accident of yourself? You ever heard of karma? Karma's a bitch. Bro, I genuinely hope that they have the worst period accident ever. And is that me being petty? Absolutely, but that's what you get for laughing at other people for getting their period when you also get a period, or you will eventually if you don't have it yet. We don't like mean girls here. We do not support any mean girls here. Maybe they're just jealous. They're just jealous they haven't gotten their periods yet, because why you gotta be mean? I was at school and I felt it, so I asked if I could go to the bathroom, but my female teacher said no. So I said I was on my period in front of the whole class, and she still said no. About 10 minutes later, the guy next to me said that I had leaked through, and my teacher heard and gave me detention for a whole week. Nah, report her ass. How are you gonna give me detention for bleeding? Especially after you didn't let me go and take care of my bleeding. No, if your teacher tries to pull anything like this, I am so serious. Go tell their boss and tell your mother or your parent, your guardian, tell the school board. This is insane. If your kuka decides to just bleed, she's gonna bleed and you cannot stop her from bleeding. So yeah, take that to detention. That's a horrible thing. What a horrible person. I was on my period at school and I didn't put on a pad in the morning because my period wasn't supposed to start for 2 days. Also, it just happened to be a heavy flow day, so in every class, I left a little puddle of blood on every single one of the seats I sat in, and no one said anything all day. Nah, sis, this is why you go in the bathroom and you grab a lot of toilet paper, a lot of paper towels because they're thicker, and you make yourself a makeshift pad, and you keep doing that as often as you have to do. Or, hear me out, you ask other girls for period supplies, or you go to the nurse's office for period supplies. No, I would start creating a suspect list. I'd be like, okay, I have a class with this person and there was a bloody chair. Then I had this 5th period. This person was also in there and there was also another bloody chair, until I just dwindle it down. It's like a whodunit game. Don't torture yourself like this. And this is also why you always keep period supplies on you. If you don't have a period kit for school, or really in general, go make one. Trust me, you'll need it one day. Side note, if you wanna track your period, boy, do I have the thing for you. This right here. This is a period journal that I designed and created on my own. So you basically can track your period. You can like write your symptoms, how heavy you were, how much you're bleeding, if you had any like sore breast, if you were moodiness, if you were sad, if you were happy. It's really great for getting to know your body and your period. If you want one, go get it on my Amazon. I'll link it for you. But okay, just had to throw in that quick plug in there. Anyways, I was in class and I went to the washroom to see if I leaked. I did, and didn't have any pads left in my bag. When I asked to go get one from the office, the guy looked at me and went, "You couldn't have waited till after lunch?" I looked at him and said, "When you start bleeding, you try and hold it in and let me know how it goes." But really though, what do you mean I couldn't wait till after lunch? How? Hey girl, can you wait until after lunch? Cause this guy asked me to. Tell me you don't know how a period works without telling me you don't know how a period works. Dude, just shut up and hand me the pad. It takes 5 seconds. It honestly took him longer to be like, why couldn't you wait, than just handing her a pad. But okay. I wish people that do say dumb stuff like this could experience periods, so then they don't say dumb stuff like this anymore, but sadly don't work like that. I was crouching by my locker as my stomach really hurt, but I didn't realize my period was coming. I carried on the rest of the day just fine, and it wasn't until I got home to go to the bathroom to find a red stain on my pants. Turns out my friends never told me about it, and the kids at school haven't stopped talking about it. Yo, that's messed up. If you know someone has a period stain, especially if it's one of your friends and you don't let them know they have a period stain, and instead you let them get laughed at and bullied at school for it, you are not a real friend. If your friends are like that, cut them out, sis. I'm telling you right now, because it's really not that hard to be like, hey, you got a little something something red on your butt. That's it. And then they could either give you a hoodie, you can go get one from the Lost and Found, you can call your mom, dad, whoever, and be like, can you please bring me a change of clothes? But no, instead they were like, we're just gonna let her walk around with that blood stain and get bullied and made fun of for the rest of the school year. That's so wrong. Karma. I squatted down next to my male friend's desk and I felt my tampon slip out. How? I will never understand stories where people are like, yeah, my tampon just like fell out. My tampon just like slipped out. How? I'm not saying that this is a lie and that'll never happen. I just don't understand how. How does a tampon just decide to be like, yeah, I'm done here, boof? Like, what? I don't know, maybe you squatted too hard. Maybe your tampon was like, whoa, I wasn't ready for that, and it just like fell? That's crazy. Did it like fall onto the floor though? Or like just in your underwear? I hope you're wearing underwear that day. The first time I got my period, my mom told me it only lasted 4 days, so on the 4th day, which was a Thursday, I just wore a thin panty liner. Long story short, I bled through and had a very big stain on my gray sweatpants. I didn't even notice until a teacher grabbed me by the arm and took me to the nurse, who gave me a pad big enough for an elephant. My friend then gave me her hoodie to wrap around my waist. I was so mad at my mom after that. Respectfully, I would be too. Every period lasts 4 days. No. Every period is different for everyone that has a period. You could bleed for 3 days, someone else could bleed for 7 days, someone could bleed for 10 days. Like, your period is so different from everyone else's. That's like kind of the crappy part about first getting your period is you don't know your period cycle. So there's a lot of time where you're just kind of like having accidents and leaks because you're starting to get to know your period cycle. It's always better to be safe than sorry. If you're still bleeding, just go with the pad. Don't go for the thin panty liners. Panty liners are for like spotting or like discharge or very, very just light bleeds. You live and you learn, I guess. Just don't listen to mom next time. So during PE, I got my period and didn't have a pad. I wasn't friends with anyone in my class, so I was scared they would think I'm weird or something if I asked. So I found a dirty sock lying in the locker rooms and used it as a pad? That is disgusting. Oh, you're telling me instead of going up to someone and asking for a pad, or going up to your coach and asking them to go get a pad from the nurse's office, you instead would much rather get a dirty, used sock from some random person's foot that you found on the ground and put that on your coochie? No, dude, no. This is how you get infections and how you get cooties. This is so gross. Please don't ever do this. You could have just gone to the bathroom and wrapped a ton of toilet paper. It would have been so much better than a random dirty used old sock. Also, y'all, even if a girl is your biggest enemy or you don't know her or you hate her, I feel like the one thing that really unites us all is periods. You go up to any random girl and be like, hey, do you have a tampon or a pad? They won't look at you like you have 3 heads. They will either hand you one or be like, no, I'm so sorry, because they understand what it's like. Please, no dirty socks. And this last one says, I was eating lunch with my sister and her friend when one of the most popular girls in school came up to me and yelled, girl, you have blood on your jeans. I was horrified, but what makes this story worse was one of them saying, so this is your first time having it? Well, I have tampons and a pair of jeans. Oh wait, your ass is too small to fit in any of that. What a shame. Embarrassed and upset, I ran to the nurse's office where I changed. Then later, one of them came up to me and handed me a used tampon and said, here, you can use this, you poor, poor thing. I wanted to die. Mean girls peak in school. Honestly, that's all I gotta say on that. If you're a mean girl, you're just insecure and you're jealous and you can't change my mind. That being said, what's actually embarrassing and disgusting is carrying around a used, dirty, bloody tampon, especially to bully people with it. You need therapy. Literally just go get some help, please. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give us a big thumbs up. In the comments below, if I didn't get to expose your period horror story that happened at school, please share it with us. We love the tea and the, I guess, potential trauma. But hey, at least we all have like a trauma bond with like horrible period experiences, right? Now, shout out of the day goes to Darcy on Instagram. Thank you so much. If you would like to be shout out of the day, just follow me on my Instagram and stay active. That's where I post bonus content and also on TikTok. So hit your girl up on there too. Like I mentioned, if you're in need of a period tracker, I got you, sis. I'll link my period journal in the bio and the pinned comment. Now, all that being said, I hope you stay safe out there. I hope you have your period kits. I hope you share your period pads with those who need it. And I hope you're not bullying people for getting their period, because that's just weird, dude. You can do better. I have faith in you. That being said, I love you. Bye.